I think Billy Fury was as straight as a die, and I'm going to say that to anybody that asks me. I knew Billy for a couple of years. I loved him to death. Not a very well man. He was never very well. But what an act he was. He was fantastic. I used to stand there every night and I was absolutely amazed. Him and I used to share a dressing room with, because Billy Fury was the only one that had his that had a hotel room. We used to sleep in the coach. There was them, there was me, there was Shane Fenton. We all slept in the fucking coach. We used to get the seats out, all sleep in the back, save the money. So we was getting £40 a week. Well, I was married at the time, so I had to send some home. It never cost us. It was only Billy. Billy had what's his name? Eden Kane had a hotel room. But the rest of them, Carl Denver used to sleep. He used to put his arse out the window, Carl Denver, like that, take his fucking as we went past. Billy Fury one day had read that Marlon Brando used to have an egg in his, he used to go out with an egg in his fucking turn-up. For no reason at all, Brando. You imagine him out of his fucking head, you know, completely fucking stoned. And he's put an egg. And Billy's read that. And he went out one night and I said, what's he? It's fucking funny now you think about it. I said, what? I said to Larry Parnes, he said, what's he fucking doing? I said, I don't know, Larry. He says, doing something. And we were all stunned. It wasn't funny. We thought, what a wonderful thing. So fucking stupid. He had an egg in his turn-up. A fucking egg. He'd read that Marlon Brando, so he thought, he'll do it. And he's gone out, of course the fucking eggs fell out. And the punters, no one laughed, no one sort of said, oh dear, look at that. We all thought, oh. That was it. That was fucking it. No one bothered. No one bothered, and we was all sort of feeling for him, rather than going, oh, he cunt, you know, what a cunt. But the funniest thing I ever saw was Eden Kane. He's come on, he's tried to do something different. So what he's done was, he's come on the big stages in those Granadas. And of course I used to put pantos and everything on there and all different things. So he said, what I'm going to do, he said, I'm going to stand underneath the stage on this thing that you wind up, and he comes up like that. What a fantastic thing in those days. The kids, they go mental. You all had the makeup on, you had to wear the fucking makeup. If you didn't wear the makeup, you couldn't see her face, you see, because those big, massive lights. So we all had max 21 or 28 or fucking something. I loved it, I did. That's the little gay thing coming out, isn't it? I'm not gay, but that's the thing. Loved it. Loved looking at myself like that, you know, with the lipstick and all the business. He said, because he was an incredible looking man, Eden Kane. He said, you wind me up, he said, now as it starts, I'm going to appear out the fucking centre of the stage like that, going up, going up, going up. Fantastic. We're all looking forward to this, right? It's come the night, so it's come the night, and he would close one act, and then Billy Fury would close the night. But he would close the first act. You'd have Joe Brown, the Shane Fenton, and all this, and I started with his, I forget his Be My Girl, I think it was called, Be My Girl, Eden Kane. Da-dum, like that, they got a bit of smoke, some geezers going like that, winding up, they got a bit of smoke and dry ice and fuck knows what they got blowing about. And the band's playing. Up he's come, a punters are going fucking mental. He's come halfway up. And it fucking stopped, it got clogged. The bloke's downstairs going like this, underneath the stage. Now you've got half of Eden Kane on the fucking stage, going like, fuck's sake, like that. He's at a climb out. Talk about a fucking anti-climax. He's at a climb out the fucking this hole in the middle of the stage. He's at a climb out. I couldn't believe it. You know, he's scuffling about. He always used to wear a white suit. He looked fantastic. Amazing looking geezer. And of course, we was all stunned. It's funny now, but it wasn't then. It was fucking horrible. And I felt for him, you know. I thought, you poor bastard, you know, you've done. He's had to scramble out and stand up. Anyway, there you go. But Billy was gorgeous. He used to be making up in the mirror, and he'd come behind you in the dressing room. He'd open the door, and he bought an arrow. He was a big child. I absolutely loved Billy Fury. He was a big kid, and he bought an arrow with a thing with a thing that, you know, you go like that with an arrow, yeah, and he'd fire that at you and all that, and you're trying to make yourself up, and it'd go, you know, on your neck, and you'd have to, you couldn't turn around and be nasty, you'd turn around and go, all right, Billy boy. He'd go, like that, and run off. The Screaming Lord Sutch pulled a wonderful stunt one day. He got me down by by that river in London, what's it called, where they jump in the ice cold and all that. Serpentine. He's got me down there for a stunt. I said, what are we going to do then? He said, get you down here. He said, this is going to get you off. He said, we'll get the papers. Because the papers absolutely loved Screaming Lord Sutch, didn't they? Absolutely loved him. He was always up to something. He was on there, like fucking, he was going to conservative or whatever he was going to be. He said, what we're going to do, he said. I said, yeah, because we were both managed by Tom Little. He said, you jump in the fucking river, he said. I said, yeah. Yeah. He said, you jump in, he said, make out you're falling. I'll jump in and save you. Screaming Lord Sutch saves Jackie Lynton. We both got the thing. You're Jackie Lynton. You've got a record out at the moment. Yeah. I said, yeah. I said, he said, no, I'll get a photographer down there. He said, we'll get the fucking thing set up. He said, there'll be no problem at all. I said, yeah, but I said, the only thing is, I said, what I don't think you've thought about, I said, I can't swim, which I can't to this day. And he went, fuck it, he went, I never thought of that, nor can I. To me mind, that was one of the amazing little sort of things, really. It's not very important, but it is to me. He said, fuck it, he said, nor can I. He said, I never thought of that. So we packed all the gear up and went back home.